Hello all, my name is Professor Mandar Mukashi, working as Assistant Professor in TSSM's Bhimrao Sawant College of Engineering and Research, Nare, Pune. In this session, I will be talking about one of the practical related to HPC subject, which comes under the Laboratory Practice 1 of SPPU's BE Computer Engineering syllabus. The problem statement for the practical is we have to design and implement a parallel algorithm utilizing all the resources which are available using binary search for the sorted array. So let us begin with some of the concept related to parallel programming with OpenMP. Now, OpenMP is a set of compiler directives as well as API for the programs written in C, C++ and many other languages, which provides support for parallel programming in shared memory environment. Basically, OpenMP is a tool which identifies some of the parallel regions which are present in our code, and that code can be run in parallel. So the application developers can insert some of the compiler directives into the code at the identified parallel regions, thereby instructing the OpenMP runtime library to execute those code in parallel. In this, a master thread runs from the beginning to the end. So there will be a master thread, and as soon as it identifies some of the parallel regions in our program, it forks some of the different threads, and those threads can be called as slave threads. A section of code that is to be executed in parallel is always marked by a special compiler directive called as OMP pragma. OMP stands for OpenMP. When the execution reaches a parallel region which we have marked with the help of OMP pragma, this directive will cause slave threads to form or to fork. Each slave thread executes the parallel region of the code independently on their own. When a thread finishes, it joins the master thread. When all the threads finishes, the master thread continues with the code which is following the parallel section. Means the slave threads will execute the parallel codes independently. They will produce some output and they will join those output with the master thread. Okay, once all the threads finishes, the master thread then continues with the next statement of our code. Now, how to compile and run the OpenMP code? So this statement you have to execute while executing or while running the OpenMP code. G++ followed by the file name .c or CPP or any other language extension that you are going to use, followed by dash f OpenMP dash o, and followed by the output file name. Now, coming to the actual concept which we are going to implement in this practical, and the concept is binary search. Basically, binary search is an algorithm which follows the principle of divide and conquer algorithm design strategy. There is a prerequisite in order to use this binary search algorithm, and the prerequisite is the list or the array or the collection must be in sorted order. That means the element present in our array must be in sorted order. Then only we can go for this binary search algorithm. The binary search algorithm looks for a particular element which we call as search key by comparing the middlemost element of the list. So here the complete list will be divided into two parts. Part number 1 is from lower limit to the mid element, and part number 2 is from mid element to the upper limit of our list. So first of all, we need to find out the midpoint of our list. So the element which we need to search is first compared with the middlemost element of our list. If that search key is less than the middlemost element, then we will only concentrate on part number 1, that is from lower element to the mid element, and we will simply neglect the second part, that is from mid to the upper limit. Whereas if that element search key is greater than the mid element, in that case we will simply ignore the part 1 and will concentrate on part 2, that is from mid element to the upper limit. This process is repeated recursively until we find an element or until the list cannot be further divided. So this is the working principle of binary search algorithm. The binary search algorithm is considered as fast searching algorithm having the runtime complexity of O of log n. So this is the best time complexity as far as other search techniques are concerned. Now this is the actual algorithm. We can say these are the set of steps that we need to follow. Step number 1, first divide the complete list of element in half. Step number 2, compare the key with the middle element of the array. If it matches, then our search ends here. We have to terminate the search because we have found out our search key. Step number 3, else if the key is less than the middle element, then we have to begin the search in lower half of the array, as I earlier told you. Step number 4, otherwise if the key is greater than the middle element, then we have to begin our search in greater half of the array, that is second part. Step number 5, we have to repeat step number 3, 4 and 5 until the key is found. So this is the algorithm. Now coming to the pseudocode part, this is the pseudocode which we are going to implement in our program. The procedure name is binary search. We are using one sorted array. Its name is A. N is the size of array and X is our search key. We have to set the lower bound equal to 1 and upper bound equal to n. While our search key is not found, we have to repeat these steps. If upper bound is less than lower bound, we have to exit. That means X does not exist. When this condition happens, upper bound is less than lower bound. That means the list is empty. So we cannot perform this binary search algorithm there. So simply we have to exit. Otherwise, set midpoint. Now here we are finding the midpoint. Set midpoint equal to lower bound plus upper bound divided by 2. So 1 plus n divided by 2. So by using this formula, we find out the middle point. Now we have to compare the key with this middle point. If X is greater than A of midpoint, so this key is compared with the element stored at A of midpoint. If X is greater, in that case, we will simply ignore the first part. So the lower bound we need to adjust. Set lower bound equal to midpoint plus 1. So now the lower bound, instead of taking as 1, now it will be shifted to midpoint plus 1. Otherwise, if the search element is less than the element stored at a of midpoint. So in that case, we have to set, or we have to rearrange the upper bound, simply ignoring the second part. So earlier the upper bound was pointing to n, now it will shift to midpoint minus 1. Third case, if x is equals to a of midpoint, in that case we will simply return this message that the key is found at location so and so. So this is the pseudocode which we need to implement in our program. Now let us quickly see one example. This is a complete list containing 10 elements. All the elements you can observe, they are arranged in ascending order. Now first of all we need to calculate the midpoint. So according to the formula, 0 plus 9 divided by 2. So it comes out to be 4.5, and we are only considering the integer part. So 0.5 will be ignored. So fourth position will be the midpoint of this array. So 27 is now midpoint of our array, and let us say we are searching the element 31. Our key is 31. So now this 31 is compared with 27. As 31 is greater than 27, so we will simply ignore this first part, and now we will concentrate on the greater half of our array. The lower bound will now be shifted here, that is mid plus 1. So now this 31 will be our lower bound and the upper bound will be 9. So again, now our list becomes this one, 5 to 9. Now again this binary search algorithm will recursively execute. Now again we will find out the midpoint. So 5 plus 9, that is 14, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. So now the next midpoint is 35. Again 31 is compared with 35. As 31 is less than 35, now our upper bound will now be shifted to midpoint minus 1. Okay, and so on. So this process execute till we find the element. So at last here we have found out this 31. So this is the example for binary search. Coming to the actual development part, now I have already created this file and saved it with the help of CPP extension. Some initial statements I have already written here to save some time. Hash include iostream, hash include stdlib, hash include omp.h. So this statement is new for us, omp.h. All the compiler directives are stored in this OMP header file. So that must be included in our code using namespace standard. And this is the actual function that we are going to use in our program. Integer, binary, and it is accepting 4 parameters. Number 1 is actual array. Number 2 is starting position of our list. Number 3 is ending position of our list, and number 4 the search key. So this is the declaration of the function binary. Now let us define it. So I will simply copy this and here this is the name of our array. Then integer, I will declare this low as the lower value, then integer high for the upper limit, and integer key. So these are the four parameters we need to work on. Then opening bracket, and we have to initialize the uh, mid value, mid variable. So integer mid. Now we need to calculate this mid value. So by using the formula as mid equals to the low plus high divided by 2. So with this we can able to find the midpoint of our array. Some other variable declarations I will do here. So integer low 1, low 2, high 1, high 2, mid 1, mid 2, then one variable called as found I will declare here as 0, and one location variable which contains -1 initially. So these are the different variables that we are going to use in our code, as we need to find out the mid values, and again comparing our search key with those mid values. So different low and high values will be found out. So that's why these variable declarations are done here. This found is a variable in which we have stored 0 initially. If the variable or the search key is found, this will become 1. And this LOC is a location variable in which we have stored -1 initially. So if the variable is found, we need to find out its location. So if the element is found, then this -1 will be rewritten by the actual position of the element. Now here I need to invoke the compiler directive. So I'll write here hash pragma omp parallel sections. So this is a compiler directive which tells the compiler that following are the parallel sections. That means these sections can be executed in parallel. Opening bracket, and the actual parallel section, the actual start of the parallel section, again pragma omp and the actual section. Now here initially I will store the lower value in low 1 and the mid value in high 1. Then I will write here one loop while low 1 is less than or equal to high 1. And I have to check here if not of key is greater than or equal to a of low 1 and key is less than or equal to a of high 1. If this is not the case, then we will reinitialize this low 1 equal to low 1 plus high 1, and continuing this loop. Now, in order to differentiate how these parallel sections are executed, I will simply write here one statement so that we can identify whether the parallel sections are executed or not. So I will simply write here one statement, cout, let us say parallel section 1. This is not mandatory statement. This is for just to make sure that our both the sections are running in parallel. Then mid 1 is equals to low 1 plus high 1 divided by 2. Now here we have actually found out the mid 1 element, and then we need to compare our search key with this mid 1 value. So I'll write here if key equal to a of mid 1, in that case I will write here found equal to 1, location is equals to mid 1 and low 1 equal to high 1 plus 1. So now we have, this is the case when we find out our search element. So this found value, earlier it was initialized to 0, now it will be 1, and the location contains the actual position of the mid element. While this is not the case, in that case, else if key is greater than a of mid 1, in that case simply low 1 equals to mid 1 plus 1. So just we are comparing here, if the key is greater than the mid value, in that case we need to readjust our lower pointer. So low 1 will now be mid 1 plus 1. So simply ignoring the first part. Otherwise, else if the key is less than a of mid 1. If the key is less than the midpoint, in that case we need to rearrange our upper limit. So high 1 will now be mid 1 minus 1. So bracket close. So this is the logic which we have discussed in the pseudocode. Now whatever we have written here, that is part number 1, which I earlier discussed. Part number 1 is from low to mid, and the part number 2 will be from mid plus 1 to the upper limit. So this is all about part number 1. Now the similar statements we need to write for part number 2. So again, this will be a compiler directive pragma omp section. So this is a section 2. So this first part will be executed by some different thread, and this part 2 will be executed by some different thread in order to achieve the parallelism. So here I will simply copy this and paste it here, and I will just do some required modifications. So instead of low 1, I'll write here low 2 equal to mid plus 1. So now in second part, our low value will be mid plus 1 to upper limit. So the high 2 will be equal to high. Then here it will be low 2 less than equal to high 2. Instead of low 1, now I'll write here low 2, and here instead of high 1 it is high 2. So in that case, low 2 will be low 2 plus high 2 here I will write parallel section 2 because this is second section. Here also I will make some modifications. This is mid 2 equal to low 2 plus high 2, and since our mid is now mid 2, we need to compare the key with mid 2. This will remain as it is. Now in case of element is searched, instead of mid 1, now we will return mid 2, and this will be high 2. Now if this is not the case, then key is compared with mid 2. If key is greater than a of mid 2, in that case we need to rearrange this low 2. Now we are dealing with mid 2 plus 1. Else here also instead of mid 1 it is mid 2, and high 2 equals to mid 2 minus 1. That's all. And here I will write return location. So at last we will get some location where we have found out the key. That's it. So these are the two different sections which can be executed in parallel. that is section 1. This section is for low to mid execution, and this section is for mid plus 1 to upper. Now we have to write the actual main function. So this is the main function in which we will accept some values from the user. We will store it in the array. We will take the key, search key from the user, storing it in key, and here we are invoking the binary search function. Here actually we are calling the binary search function. If the location is equals to -1, which was earlier declaration, if it doesn't change, that means our key is not found. Whereas if this is not the case, that means location contains some different value, so we will assume that we have found out our element. So in that case we will return some different position. So that's it. This is the actual program. Now let us execute this and see the output. So F drive cd hpc cd min.gw cd bin. Now for the execution I need to write here g++ followed by the name of my file, which is binary s.cpp minus f openmp minus o for output, and followed by output file. So let us say exec. Yes, it is compiled successfully. Now let us see the output. Exec. Alright, so we have to enter the total number of elements. Let us say I will enter 9 elements in my array, starting with 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 36, 45, 55, 78. And now we have to enter the element which we need to search. So let's say I have to search 55. Enter. Alright, so this 55 is present in our list at the position 8. So this is the position number 8. And here you can observe that parallel section 2. So why this line is printed here? Because the search key is present at the greater half portion of our array. That means mid 1 to upper limit. So this is section 2, and section 1 was from lower to mid. So we have written two different sections in our code, right? So first section is for low 1 to mid, and second section is for mid plus 1 to upper. So this 55 is stored at the upper half portion of our array. If I had searched for any value, let us say 12 or 15, which is less than the mid value, in that case here we could have observed parallel section 1. That means the thread which was handling the section 1 had executed that code. So that is the meaning. So this is the output, and this was all about the binary search technique which we have implemented in OpenMP with the help of parallel programming. I hope you understood the concept. Try to implement this. Thanks for watching.